Okay, who are we speaking with today?
My name is Kimberly Hines.
Okay, Miss Hines, um, tell us a little bit about your background, where you grew up.
Okay, well, I was born in St. Louis and I lived in Kirkwood until I was 9. I was adopted by my great aunt and uncle, and when I was 9, we moved to Jonesboro, Arkansas. I finished school there, graduated, and then when I was 20, I moved back to St. Louis to obviously get a career and try and do good with my life. I met my future ex-husband, and we lived together two and a half years. We got married. We had a daughter. In 2018, he was disabled already. He left me after 28 years of marriage, and it was a Friday of Labor Day weekend. So I moved to a different apartment, and it's downsized, and I lost my job. My daughter said, "Mama, move back to St. Louis, get a good job, do something with your life." So I did. I moved back to St. Louis, lived with my half-sister, and got a job. Then I met a guy. My dog died. I got sick, was in the hospital. I got evicted. My car got totaled, and I got I got in the hospital again. And the last 5 years have been up and down. And he kept me on his string to keep me in case the girlfriend didn't work out or whatever. I thought he got in trouble and went to jail. I've been homeless for the last 3.5 years. And, okay, this part you are just not going to believe. He recently told me that he really wasn't in jail. He is an alien. And this morning at 4:30, I saw 8 UFOs come down this street while I was down by Family Dollar. Drones were coming out of them. I could only see them through the glass at the bus stop. I saw Jolly Green Giant talking his arm off. And no, I was not super high. But I tell you what, I've seen the Jolly Green Giant before at River City Casino. And it's very, very, very possible that these UFOs have government safety standards. They are covered by the government. They are watched out after the government. And some people choose to believe it, and some people just ignore it. And he made a lot of statements to me when we were living together, like, in some countries I could be considered a king. Have you ever ridden in the back seat of your own car? My name, or basically, he is, his name is whatever it is on his state ID. That's his name in name only. I thought about it, and figured, his first name wasn't his first name. He told me 2 nights ago, instead of being 45, he is 79. He's like the king, and he's got millions of dollars, and was gonna gift me $5 million. I'm not sure I believe him, but I guess anything's possible nowadays. And I like to occupy my time. I look for four-leaf clovers, because in 2020 I found over 250 4, 5, and 6-leaf clovers. And I like looking for loose change because it's obviously worth more if it's screwed up. And he stole my dog so much that he just gave her away while he was supposedly in jail. So I paid $1,500 for a dog that I only got to keep a year. And I'm really trying hard to make sense of it all, because I don't have any friends per se. I don't have anybody I can call at 2 a.m. for an emergency. And I have one half sister that likes me and one that kicked me out and made me homeless. So I'm scared to tell anybody anything, really, because I don't want to be labeled crazy. And I can show you proof. I've got proof. Look at my phone. He wrote all over it. He said that he changed my bowel movement. I swear I did not do this. And I don't know what to do. I don't know where to start. My daughter doesn't talk to me. And my ex-husband, they both have blocked me. I think I need some help figuring out where to start. I'm not crazy. I know I'm not crazy. I know I'm not. So if you know anybody that would talk to me and listen to me and help me figure this out, let me know. And that's about it.
Miss Kim,
Yes.
What schools did you go to growing up?
I went to Valley View High School. It's in Jonesboro, Arkansas. There was 49 people in my graduating class, and 19 were boys. I didn't go to college. I was bored. I didn't want to go to school.
Did you graduate school?
Yes, sir.
What did you do after school?
Um,
Like after you graduated, what was...
I partied a little bit where I lived in Arkansas, and when I was 19, I moved back to St. Louis. This is, Kirkwood is where I started out until I was 9, and there wasn't any opportunities in Jonesboro, so I came back here and was living with my birth mother, who is my family, basically. She's my cousin. She married somebody from Palestine, and he wasn't very nice, and he chased me out of the house. So when I met my ex-husband, he let me move in with him. So, that's what I did. I worked for lawyers. He worked for Midas and Dobbs. We were the 2-car over our heads income. So he was in management. I like to think that I'm pretty smart. I figure a lot of things out. I've figured a lot of things out with Matthew, but I can't put my finger on it. I don't know what's wrong. Him changing my bowel movement is not something he would do. I haven't seen him or talked to him, and he won't write me regular notes. He, on my face, you can look at my face, look at my forehead, my cheek right here. He likes to leave little words on my face. I swear to God, if they're not there, I will go see a psychiatrist first thing tomorrow morning. But I know they're there. I just looked at them at Family Dollar. Can you add anything for that? Because I'm not sleeping. I'm barely eating, and I want to talk to my daughter. That's really what I want to do. I'm a nervous fucking wreck.
Explain to us how does one go about changing your bowel movement?
How
does that work?
I don't know.
And how does it affect you?
I don't know. Look, okay. In the clouds, I see words. I don't know if you do, but I do. Okay. Sometimes he told me that his favorite number is 1, 2, 3. I see 1, 2, 3 everywhere. In the clouds, on the ground, in the rocks that I pick up. I like to look at rocks. I like to look for things, but my back is messed up, so I got a blood infection in 2019, and it damaged the discs in my lower back, and then I was raped in December, and I got a burst fracture T12. So my back is pretty messed up. And
since leaving school, what jobs have you held over your lifetime?
mostly all at law firms.
What was your capacity at those law firms?
I was a legal assistant. I did paralegal work and legal secretary work.
What got you into that line of work?
I applied for a job in Clayton, and I had been working at Missouri Title Company, and they hired me. So, I was thrilled. Sorry.
You remember some of the lawyers that you worked for?
Yeah, Jerry Diekman, Jim Leitner, the main partner, he went to jail for dipping into the trust fund. That was the first law firm, but there's others.
Are those law firms still around?
Diekman and Leitner is, yes.
Why did you stop working for them?
I stopped working for the main law firm. They left later and started their own firm. So I didn't work for their firm, but I worked at several law firms. I mean, here, down in Mobile. But when I got sick, I ended up walking with a cane for 4 months. It wasn't very pretty, so I didn't really want to go back to work. And that's the last job I had, was at a law firm in Bridgeton. And when I lay down in bed at night, my whole body shakes. I can feel my thigh bones shaking on their own. It doesn't feel very good. So.
How did you become homeless 3 years ago? Like, what was the situation and circumstances behind it?
I rented a house so that this guy could move in with me. And 6 weeks after he moved in with me, he said he wanted to see other people, but he kept me in the background. Well, I got evicted because I couldn't pay my rent because I got sick, and he was with me, but he didn't help me. That's okay. They'll be fine.
Yes.
And I moved in with my sister, my half-sister, and I wrecked my car, and she said I was irresponsible. I wasn't living by her rules, and she kicked me out. So.
And since then, what happened after she kicked you out? How did that go? As far as what was the course after that?
I stayed on sidewalks and places down in St. Charles, and I ended up over here, and I was at Hampton and Gravois and Loughborough and 55. I've been downtown, North County.
Where did you receive the most help?
Right down here at Little Sisters of the Poor.
What kind of help have they assisted you with?
I have a caseworker. She makes sure that I go to my doctor's appointments. I would try and get a job, but you know what? My back is not going to let me get a job. I just know it. I'm applying for my Social Security disability for the second time on April 22nd. I don't live my life. I survive because I don't ever have any money. I only have food stamps. I don't have a boyfriend. I fell in love with Matthew. I thought we had a chance, an opportunity, maybe when he got out of jail, to see where things went. But I really don't know what's going on right now with us. And if my daughter is adamant that she is not in St. Louis, then there's no freaking way I saw her yesterday. At all.
What caused the rift between you and your daughter, in your opinion?
She thinks that I chose Matthew over her because I bailed him out of jail, and after she had my grandson, I wasn't able to go down there on $500. That's what I got for unemployment. It would take a lot more than that, staying in a hotel for 2 weeks, buying my food and gas. I just couldn't do it. She's 28. She should know that I couldn't afford it. It just wasn't feasible for me. And she's just pretty much held that over my head. She called me a troll. She kicked me out at 10:30 at night down in Mobile.
If knowing what you know today, if you can go back and talk to a young Miss Kim and tell her what you know right now, what would you tell her?
Take survival classes, because you're gonna need them. Yeah. Matthew taught me some things, and if I wouldn't have met him and learned to do some of the things that I've done, I'd probably be dead. I thought in December, I thought my naked body was going to be found in a dumpster downtown somewhere, and I was going to lay at the city morgue as a Jane Doe for 5 or 6 months before anybody could find my daughter to even tell her that I was dead. I'm a little person. I fought, I screamed, but eventually I was no match. He let me go, and he's in jail, yes, but I have to live with that. What's gonna happen when I do become intimate with somebody? Am I gonna be able to do it, or is he gonna? He took something from me. He didn't. He took my peace of mind, basically. I still think about that, and I don't want to. I don't know how to get past it. I turn everybody down for dates. Oh, there's guys that they just want to fuck me, but I had a mom and a dad that were married my whole life, and they didn't cheat on each other, and they didn't screw around with other people. I don't think I have to. What's the word I'm looking for?
Settle.
No, not settle.
Compromise
my values and morals just to make a man happy because he wants to do that. No, I mean, I think that should be really between two people who care about each other and maybe want to try to see where things are going to go. 6 months down the road, if it doesn't work out, so what? You've had sex, several times, but I don't want to just have sex. I don't want somebody to just fuck me. I want romance. I want to make love. I want to cherish that person, and I'm trying to do that with Matthew, but the alien thing is kind of getting way. So that's something that I have to work on.
In closing, Ms. Kim, if there's anybody that may be looking for you, may be wondering if you're okay, now's the time you can say something to them in closing.
I would like for somebody to be looking for me, wondering how I'm doing, or try and reach me on the phone. But I have a phone, and people have my number, and nobody calls me. So, I try to reach out to people. I may not be the best friend for everybody, but if I call you with an emergency and I need you to answer that phone when I call you back. And nobody does. I don't think anybody cares whether I'm dead or alive. So, I have to think about me and take care of me, and I'm still trying to learn how to do that, because I had my mom and dad, and when they were gone, I had my ex-husband. I don't really know how to take care of myself. And that's awful. It really is.
We appreciate you taking time out with us, Ms. Kim, and sharing your story. We wish you all the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I need a 3-week vacation with no concrete. I really do. I really, really do. I wish something. I wish Matthew would say, Kim, I've been playing a fucking game with you. I don't know what to do. I really don't. That's what I was thinking about when I was looking for money. Because you know what? Finding 4, 5, and 6 leaf clovers is kind of pretty much unheard of. They were right outside my bedroom window, and they didn't come back the next year. So I think Matthew put him there, but I don't know where he got him. I don't know when he would have put him there. And he didn't ever seem that interested in me having them when I gave him a 4, 5, and 6 leaf clover. And so, you know, where did he get them? I don't know. I wish I did know. And then I could, you know, answer some of my questions. But, you know, there is wealthy people in the world that want to find somebody and have that person love them for them, not for their money. And I fell in love with Matthew, and being homeless and broke. And I told him I'd sleep under a bridge with him. And then he goes to jail, and I'm stuck out here alone. But if he wasn't in jail, what was he doing? Was he an alien on a ship? Maybe. But he didn't really give me a lot of thought. That's kind of how I feel about that. And he knew that I thought about him all the time. So I'm still trying to figure that one out myself.
We hope you find the answers to all your questions, Miss Kim, and we appreciate you spending time with us. Thank you.
Thank you.